straight right just misses. That jab had to hurt. Ooh, that uppercut had to hurt. Nice counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Fighters love being in this venue as the audience is right on top of you, and they will be bringing the heat tonight. They are ready to watch this showdown.
For a fighter walking into a theatre, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym, because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Punch, counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. The straight right just misses. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. In that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
You'd like to see more jabs. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. That counter punch caught him clean. He threw a punch and just got countered. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Alvarez in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Get your boxing back to... Great work. I love it. I love it. That jab slick. An awful round, I tell you. Now, come on. You're way better than that.
Take him out. He's too tired. He's not getting back up.
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. And get back out there and win the round. You done all that work in...
On to the third. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
This This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Catch and shoot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
A lot of people love watching fighters in this weight class because they've got the speed and they've got the power. The straight right just misses. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Wow, it's like two.
Let him back in.
Here we go to the fourth round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Insane action. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Is he going to punch himself out, though? That counter shot lands. Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Great round. Now relax, relax. Get your boxing back together and put him back in his place. Power shot. Good work.
And there's the bell for round 5. After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst, boom. In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
The straight right just misses. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Beautiful counter punch. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Every second, every minute.
Come on.
This is the beginning of round 6. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. He's sharp.
Good counter punch. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that, and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what?
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Tried to score with that hook, but missed. His stamina is off the charts. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Conrad Alvarez in that. Round 7, here we go. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Stamina is off the charts. Nice counter. They're both trying for a knockout. How about that time counter shot? They exchange punches. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may
Win this round.
And there's the bell for round 8. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be.
Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. I don't think we can truly appreciate what we saw unless we see it in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you continue.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. And down goes Crawford. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you will take.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible, because your head must be all over the place. Your legs are feeling like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss for that jab. A perfect counter shot. Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punching. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Well done with that counter shot. Missing with the hook. Beautiful counter shot. The perfect counter lands. Nice counter punch. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. It hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might... There's the bell for round 10. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. That counter punch caught him clean. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. There's a counter shot. Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. In that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
There's a lot on the line here.
I want you to go back out there.
Let's start 11. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
That hook won't score. A perfect counter shot. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nope, that jab not going to score. The only fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out? A perfect counter lands. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the can. Big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. That punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Bitch ass nigga. One, two, three, four. Give me your glove.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
Can make or break a fighter.
Out there and get your boxing back together. Listen, be smart when you go.
Good work, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath
About, all right? Good. Don't worry about that round.
There's the bell for round 12. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
A lot of effort being exerted here. And that will do it here. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
That's lights out right there.
Are you all right?
Wow.
You're out.
12. That hurt. And I was winning. Look at eye.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
A knockout victory. That's not a knockout victory.
That look,
is somebody
you
saying,
did that,
I'm here,
bitch ass
I've
nigga.
arrived. Try that
You ain't
again.
got a trigger.
It'll happen all over again.
Yeah, that hate the grind and sweat the blood of time, my motivation. I work too hard too long and not be in the conversation. My team been up, way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game and say with lock and key and combination. Keep it goal and high sight, don't focus on what's hindsight. Sleeping on me, tell them night night, it's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band, no mind, keep it pushing, don't ever give them a sound. They gon' let me when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Yeah, bad time that I came through and I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, if I had a penny for everyone doubted me, I'll make $1 million a month off a salary. Picture me rolling, go look at the gallery. I've been eating now, look at the calories. No, I've been out up on the road, trying to make it to my goals. Had a lot of friends in the past when I quit on me, had a fold. I remember being told, son, don't ever say it's sold. For the girls, for the cars, for the fame, for the riches, for the gold. Y'all been chasing material things, I've been chasing my dreams. Stay close to the team, I don't ever need no reason to leave. Heard the birds in the trees, telling me it is a breeze. As you can see, I do it with ease, wanna make it then believe. Bad time that I came through and I got one for the boy. Hey, now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. Hey, one time for the one time, I'll rebound, I reground. In the meantime, I stack up, this win my reward. Motivation, all the hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Motivation, all this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation.
Johnny, the inner.
This bout.
We welcome you to. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. This is a high-octane battle. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive. That counter shot lands. Nice counter. And he scores with the counter. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind. Has to be careful for that receipt. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Nelson in that last round.
He's starting to make mistakes.
Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure. Nelson just couldn't take anymore. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Put his ass out early.
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
First round knockout. Damn.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for combat. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comeback. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But either you got that magic or you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we give it a task, it's overpowered, I'm fully prepared.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. And Smoking Joe Frazier, Philadelphia's... So much hype surrounding... Frazier's been in so many hellacious battles over the years. The trilogy with Muhammad Ali, his fights against George Foreman, a true legend. Defense is not an option for these two. A straight right just misses. Beautiful counter punch. Here's a chance for Joe Frazier to make it 2-2 against Ali after their first epic 3 fights.
Again, this is history in the making. This is what we write our fight game about. These two guys are the ultimate warriors.
Out of the way of that right hook. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You are fighting the Swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that Swarmer, once you do that, you're giving the man a chance that shouldn't have one.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. This is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables. And there's the bell for round 2. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Perfect counter lands. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter shot. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Punches coming from every angle. Johnny, a lot of fighters focus on their defense with their hands up. This fighter focuses on their defense with their footwork, moving on those angles, staying out of danger.
If you want to corner an outside fire, make them fight off the rope, because they don't want to do that. They don't want to stand still. They want to move left to right. Pin them down. Throw a blanket on them.
Good counter punch. Write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. That big hook doesn't land. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you think you come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
On to the third. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to...
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Smoking Joe may go. Frazier never won to back off or back down.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What are they going to do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
He's got a massive reach advantage. Let's see if he uses it.
This is poetry in motion. If you've got a great jab, if you've got a long reach, I know, that was me. I'm admiring what I'm seeing here.
Nope, that hook won't score. Both men step back for just a moment. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
They both want a knockout, you can tell. The Glory Division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it. Nice counter. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Now it's going to be a tougher fight.
Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
That counter punch caught him clean. You wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of a shot from that heavyweight. That hook won't score. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Straight right just misses. Catch and shoot. He threw the hook, didn't land. He misses with that jab. They're giving us a high-tempo show. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Get your butts back together. Get your butt back.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Just missed with that jab. Punch, counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
The so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice counter shot. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Man, done all that work all the way through, King.
Let's start the sixth. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight, not yet.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Amazing knockout finish here. That was something special. I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Are you okay?
Hell no.
You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
I was just thinking about getting him out of that.